We begin the whip around in the NFL. The Raiders are tossing money around like they're already in Vegas. Today, the team signed guard Gabe Jackson to a 5-year deal that's worth up to $56 million. Of course, days ago, they signed quarterback Carr to a $125 million extension. What do you think this means for their star on defense, Khalil Mack, Tyler?
I think it means he's in line for a very large payday, just like Derek Carr, just like Gabe Jackson. I like the move that the Raiders and Reggie McKenzie made, obviously locking up Carr. He seems to be a franchise quarterback. And when you have a franchise quarterback, you want to protect him. So I like the move, bringing in free agents on the offensive line, like Kalichi Osemele and Rodney Hudson. You drafted Gabe Jackson. Keep him as part of that interior. Pay him the money that he deserves. I like all that. But Khalil Mack is arguably one of the 3 or 4 best defensive players in the entire NFL. And what's interesting about this, the guy he came into the very same draft class with back in 2013, Aaron Donald, he's in line for a significant contract with the Rams. And they are both looked at as the 2 most significant and talented young defensive studs in the NFL. So whichever one gets his deal first sets the market for the other. I know they play different positions. Mack, the more sexy position as a linebacker who can sack the quarterback from the edge. He's known as a pass rusher, but it's not like Aaron Donald isn't someone who can wreak havoc on your offensive game plan from the middle. But I think Khalil Mack is looking at something closer to Derek Carr than Gabe Jackson. We're talking $100 million, $100+ million. I think he's going to get it from the Raiders. It'll just be interesting to see which one of those guys, Donald or Mack, gets their money first and what that does for the other ones setting the market.
Maybe a little insight into that. ESPN's Ian Rappaport said that the Raiders will wait until next year to sign Mack to an extension. But do you see Khalil Mack, with having that information, looking at this season as, hey, I got to get my payday?
Yeah, well, he's played every season to this point in his career like it's his last, I need to prove for a payday. So I don't see any reason why he's going to slow down. I fully expect him to be near the league lead in sacks. I fully expect him to be one of the defensive players that is in line for Defensive Player of the Year alongside of J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald. Those 3, along with Von Miller, those 4 are probably the 4 best defensive players in the National Football League. So one day he is going to get that contract that says, with all the zeros and commas, I am one of the best players in the entire NFL.